Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English News broadcast live from headquarters in Asmara. I'm Han Berkhat. Let's first get the top stories that are making headlines today. Microcredit and saving program in Gashbarka. Training for women family caretakers. The European Commission has proposed to change its planned embargo on Russian oil imports. North Korea fired a ballistic missile. The microcredit and saving program in Gashbarka region is significantly contributing in improving the livelihoods of citizens by opening branches in remote areas of the region, indicating that credit service is being provided to individual groups as well as people in the civil service. Mr. Mogos Mahari, head of the branch office in the region, called on the public to take advantage of the opportunity, pointing out that the program has 189 village banks in 8 subzones and in 150 administrative areas in the region. Mr. Mogos said that in 2021 alone, 21 million nakfa has been disbursed to beneficiaries and 22.5 million nakfa has been repaid. Mr. Mogos went on to say that training programs are also being organized to develop and the understanding of beneficiaries on the microcredit and saving program and its significance in improving the livelihoods of the citizens. The Ministry of Labor and Social Welfare organized a 7-month vocational training program for 206 women family caretakers from 6 subzones of the central region, as well as members of the ministry. At the graduation ceremony conducted today, 6 May, at Deb Arts Training Center, Akhria Subzone, it was stated that 83 of the trainees were provided with sewing and designing, 45 with handicraft, 76 with culinary arts and waitering, and 2 with sewing machines, maintenance, and repairing. All trainees were also provided with business management skills as a common course. In a report presented at the graduation ceremony, Managing Director of Deb Arts Training Center, Ms. Jum'a Mohammed Noor, indicated that man-made and natural challenges have significant impact on socio-economic situation of families in general and that of women family caretakers. In particular, said that the successful implementation of the training program attests to the strong interest and commitment the trainees demonstrated. The Minister of Labor and Social Welfare, Ms. Lu'ul Gabrab, on her part, stating that the training program was the result of the cooperation of concerned institutions and partners, highlighted the significant contribution of organizing similar vocational trainings in improving the living standard of disadvantaged families as well as increasing job creation opportunities. The Deputy Head of the Social Welfare and Investment Fund at the Ministry, Mr. Gabrab Fissahaye, on his part, noted that the vocational training is part of the overall program that has been organized for the last several years with the objective of improving socio-economic status of disadvantaged families. Representative of the trainees, on her part, commending for organizing the program, called for the reinforced sustainability of similar vocational trainings. Commendable water and soil conservation activity is conducted in Hamel Malo subzone and Sabah region, coordinated by the Ministry of Agriculture branch in the subzone and with strong participation of the public and members of the Popular Army. The Popular campaign includes construction of terraces and water diversion schemes, as well as renovation of dirt roads. Mr. Anda Burhan Solomon, head of the Ministry of Agriculture branch in the subzone, commended the strong participation of the residents and members of the Popular Army, indicating that so far about 100 hectares of terraces and over 500 meter cube of water diversion schemes have been constructed. At the Gamfolum administrative area, Ms. Yodit Haile Mariam, coordinator of the Popular campaign at the administrative area, expressed expectations and that the set-out program will be accomplished on the time, pointing out the significance of water and soil conservation in boosting agriculture production. The administrators of Gizgizza and Gamfolum administrative areas commended the strong participation and commitment of the residents. We will be back with international news. Stay tuned. The European Commission has proposed to change its planned embargo on Russian oil imports after several member states voiced their concerns over economic impacts and readiness to shift to alternative energy sources. Despite reaching no agreement, the EU envoys met on Friday morning to discuss changing the oil embargo proposal to offer Hungary, Slovakia and Czech Republic more time to upgrade their oil refineries and delay their deadline to stop importing Russian oil to 2024, Reuters reported Friday. The initial proposal discussed by the EU executive on Wednesday called for the end of Russian oil imports by the end of this year, which must be agreed by all 27 members, have sparked concerns of economic repercussions. The plan also includes a 3-month transition period for EU shipping companies to halt service to Russia instead of 1 month following concerns raised by Greece, Malta and Cyprus. North Korea fired a ballistic missile on Saturday, South Korea's military said, 3 days before the inauguration of South Korea President-elect, who has vowed to take a hard line against the North. South Korea's military said that North Korea fired what is believed to be a submarine-launched ballistic missile into the sea off its east coast around 5 GMT on Saturday from around Sinpo, where North Korea keeps submarines as well as equipment for test firing. Japan's defense ministry also tweeted that the projectile could be a ballistic missile. Japan's public broadcaster NHK, citing government sources, said the projectile landed outside Japan's exclusive economic zone. On Wednesday, North Korea fired a ballistic missile toward the sea off its east coast, South Korea and Japan said, after Pyongyang vowed to develop its nuclear forces at the fastest possible speed. The U.S. assessed that North Korea was preparing its nuclear test site and could be ready to conduct a test there as early as this month. Yoon-taek's office on Tuesday, U.S. President Joe Biden is to visit South Korea and meet with him on May 21. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. Microcredit and saving program in Gashbarka. Training for women family caretakers. The European Commission has proposed to change its planned embargo on Russian oil imports. North Korea fired a ballistic missile. That was all for today's news. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.